Join Hugo and I as we explore marriage. ¿Ya te casaste? ¿Ya te chingaste? Is that true? The relationship. Have you ever met any couple or spouse that they're literally like roommates?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, then they're like, oh, we never argue. We're so good, right? We never fight. We never have a disagreement.
Yeah, probably because they're just roomies.
Roomies.
Yeah, they don't share the whole life. They're every single challenge to each other.
Right, because they're afraid.
Yeah.
Because truly, I mean, fear comes up. You know, there's things that I'm afraid even to this day to tell Hugo. Not like fear, like, oh God, he's going to be so pissed. Just like I know it's going to be a challenging discussion. So how can we enter into those discussions with more grace and help those discussions to lead us into deeper connection with our spouse? Okay, do we agree on everything? Do we agree on 100% everything?
No.
Wait, what? Because we love each other so much.
Yeah, but that's no, how can I say? No es una regla.
¿Qué
No,
no es
that's-
una regla?
Like, because we love each other, just we have to agree.
Wait, you know those people that are like, we never fight. We never disagree.
That's just TV shows.
No, people have said that.
I mean, yeah, I know, but I mean, I
No,
don't know.
people say that.
I know.
We never fight. I think that means because they never talk to each other.
Yeah, probably because they just, I mean, they're roomies, maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There
So-
you go. Ding, 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 ding.
So they don't really live
Engage.
and engage and really push each other, you know?
Push,
Like,
yeah.
push
Empujar.
each other, yeah.
Yeah.
No empujan el uno al otro, you know, para bring out the best version.
Yeah, but sometimes
Just
when
let
you
it-
push,
What?
well, people get pissed.
But that's part of the point to make a change.
Yeah, I know.
So that's why they say, we never fight.
Because they're not actually having conversations that would cause conflict.
They're not having, confrontation. And they're gonna fix and they're gonna bring it to the next level.
That's true. Because confrontation really is a catalyst for change. And I feel like we've been able to navigate some major confrontations in our relationship, and it's been able to help us grow.
Yeah.
Yes or yes?
That's a yes. That's a
What
yes.
What can you think of, like, example wise, like where we had a disagreement? Because, or like, have you ever feared my opinion of you? Like, dang, I know she's not going to agree with this. Like, should I do it? Should I not do it? How do I become my own person in the marriage? Do I have to get her agreement?
Yeah, of course.
Like, in what?
Like an example, I mean, about Valentino. So that's a really good big sample. So just like the way I think and I thought I was gonna do a good job for him, probably was not going to resonate with you. Like because
what?
why?
No, what? Like, what specifically?
I mean, just like the feeding times, kind of the schedule, kind of be that restricted, you know, like, oh, Tino, don't get messy, Tino, you gotta clean, whatever. So some stuff like I was,
teaching
I grew
Tino
up
to be like clean,
really organized, and you know.
No, I think that's a good thing because I'm a hot mess and I'd like some organization.
I know, and so that's what I mean. So those things like, oh, she might not be agree about this, but
Really, I think that's awesome. I'm jealous.
so there you go. So that I was not afraid, but you know, I was kind of like, oh, we might have a disagreement on this stuff.
I do think Tino should get messier. Like, that is a
No,
for
and
sure.
now I'm open. So yeah, before I wasn't that open, you know, like
To getting Tino messy.
to get into
Yeah.
that because I didn't grow.
Wait, do you let your kids get
I
messy?
didn't- I
Because
didn't
if
grow
you
up like
don't,
that.
you freaking need to. Let them get dirty. Okay, sorry, just had to tell him that. Yeah,
So
that was my side note.
yeah.
Because you didn't. Yeah, you grew up. Sorry, you lost it. Just poof. No, you were saying you didn't grow up like that.
Yeah, I didn't grow like that.
Tenía como que muy limpiecito.
So yeah, so I was
Que no
just like
puedes
a
jugar
dad.
y-
Yeah.
You can.
Can I talk now?
Yeah, sorry. I'm just like really excited.
I know you get excited.
Okay.
So,
I'm
but
gonna
that
chill
was
out.
yeah, that was my. I mean, one of the biggest because a son or first son, so we didn't know how to get into it. Like who's gonna teach him? Who's gonna like get el sartén por el mango? You know,
What? What did you just say?
that's another Mexican saying.
Do you know that one? I don't know.
El sartén por el mango.
What the heck are you talking about?
So that's when you have kind of the control, kind of the like.
Oh, like take the bull by the horns?
Kind of, yeah.
Or
It's
like
another, yeah,
tomar el
kind of.
something de los huevos or something?
No, that's no.
Pon los peras a 20?
No, that's another one. It's kind of like
Pon los
agarra
peras
el toro por los cuernos. Pero
¿El
it's
toro por los huevos?
no, los cuernos. No, los huevos.
Okay.
You don't want to do that.
Why not?
Because it might hurt the toro and he will get back to you.
Okay.
So,
So whatever you were saying. Tomar
yeah.
el sartén por el mango. I don't even
Yeah,
know.
so,
I thought a mango was a fruit.
It's a long story. So just get back to the topic.
Does mango mean handle?
Yeah.
What's another word for handle in Spanish? I never knew that a handle was the
Agarradera.
same as a mango. Seriously.
I know.
It's new. Okay,
it's
so
new.
whatever. You take the pan by its handle. That's kind of
Yeah.
boring.
Whatever, let's go back to what I was saying.
Okay, I'm there.
You're
Go.
boring now.
No, I'm good.
So, yeah, we didn't know, who was going to take control on how we...
Sorry.
how
We didn't know who was gonna tomar el sartén por el
sartén por el mango,
Okay, got
exactly.
it.
We were like, okay, who's going to take el mango del sartén? No, you take it. No, I will take it. No, you better take it.
Dude, marriage, I think half of the battle is that. Like, who's going to be the head of, like, keeping the house clean? Who's going to be the head of the finances? Whose career is going to be the number one career? Because, let's be real, there's a number one career. And remember that night that we had that conversation? Our, like, big realization night?
No,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
where?
Oh my gosh, you agree. I know, I just know you so well. Like when you
Is
said,
that
okay,
mixed
do
up?
you know, no, we've had a lot of pictures. Do you know your spouse that well that if they say yes, you actually know they mean no?
With
Because
the
that just happened.
Interrogation
No,
mark?
it's not an interrogation.
No, I'm saying when I say yes with the interrogation mark in my head, like
Oh, interrogation
yes.
mark?
I mean, is that how you say it in
No,
Spanish?
that's interrogación. It's
Yeah,
like that's
signo de interrogación.
question mark.
Oh, question mark.
Okay, signo interrogación is a question mark.
Question mark, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, anyways, no, I'm not talking about Ixtapa.
Which one?
I'm talking about that time that we went to dinner with those friends. And they were the husband is a lawyer and the wife helps in his business. He's a private practice
yeah.
and she does the books and like the scheduling and basically everything, like the operations of their family. She's the operations manager of their life, of their business, and he practices law. And do you remember when we had this conversation? Because this was a huge aha for us.
Yeah.
Yes or yes?
Yeah, you do.
What was the conversation about?
About
Testing.
like testing. Yeah, we talk about like we have to have the same goals, but also we have to combine the forces. So we kind of split like, okay, you do your thing and I'm gonna do my thing,
Well, I think you can.
Like we can, but we can all like a fight against like whose career is gonna succeed more than the other person.
Right.
So yeah, I remember that.
Well, and I think, for me, what I remember from the conversation, all of that, and the fact that we saw patterns. Like the people that were the happiest in marriage and the happiest in their career and that were good parents and all of this had distinct roles where they saw like, hey, you're better at this stuff. And it wasn't gender roles. It wasn't like, oh, you're the woman, so like you're the one that like sweeps. Like, no. It was a rational conversation about what are your actual strengths? Like, what do you love to do and what are you really good at? What comes easy to you? What are yours, like my strengths? What do I love? What comes easy to me? And just accepting and loving yourself and then fitting that role within career, within family. Remember that? Because we were talking about, okay, the most successful marriages and like family and career and everything, they knew their roles.
Yeah.
Like they were very like, this is what he does, this is what she does, not gender, right? Like not saying like that stupid made up bullshit.
Yeah, they're not being led by tags, you know.
Tags, yeah, labels.
The labels.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're led by strengths on each other. So, and I totally agree on that. So, and this is one of the things I know our marriage is being this great, this
Extraordinary.
powerful,
Like
mindset.
way above average.
Yeah, because we know our strengths
Yeah.
and we respect others,
We do.
the other person's
Yeah, we do.
strengths. So, you know.
Gracias.
So, and we don't let labels or other people get into our marriage of saying like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, you know.
Yeah, like Natalie,
Oh,
why are
should-
you the one,
Yeah.
doing the work in the work role? Why are you doing this? And why are you managing the money? How come you
Yeah.
don't get to manage the money? Like as in me,
Yeah,
managing
because
the money.
we since early stages, so we knew
O sea,
and we
íbamos
respect and we knew because we let ourselves like know each other. Like okay, what do you like? What are you good at? What is she good at? You know, what she likes, what her passion is, and all that stuff. So that let us really in early stages figure it out how our marriage was gonna work. Because instead of just fighting,
My
you know,
gosh.
like oh no, I should be this, and I'm gonna fight, and I'm gonna just make it happen. I don't know how,
Por mis huevos.
exactly, because por mis huevos, I'm gonna make it happen. And you just keep fighting the rest of your life against your own self and against the other person, instead just
Mic drop.
combining forces and combining the strengths and the gifts.
Yeah,
that
we had a
each
breakthrough
of one
that night.
has.
Like I remember driving home that night and we were talking about that dinner and our friends and how we liked their marriage. And it wasn't like we wanted to duplicate their marriage. It was just because they knew their strengths and they operated within those strengths.
Yeah, I mean, but before that dinner with them, so we already knew.
Oh, no,
so,
yeah.
So we already have that path.
No,
you
yeah,
know?
we already had that path. I think it just helped us for me, it helped me clarify it more. Because this is really real. I gotta say it though.
Because what?
Well, do you remember when we were driving and I said, and this goes back to what are you afraid to tell your spouse? And I was like, a part of me wishes that I wasn't the way that I was. Like a part of me wishes that I could be like that person that's like baking cookies and like making a gourmet meal and doing those hospitality things and like having having like 4 or 5 kids and like being fulfilled, being a soccer mom and stuff. Like there's a part of me that wishes I could be that because it just seems so easy and like people wouldn't question me. And it's more not about people questioning me. It's more about my journey to love myself for who I am. So at that point when I shared that with you and I was really like vulnerable sharing that with you, I was still struggling to love and accept myself for just who I am, and not who I think that I should be to fit into society's mold as a woman. Yeah, so I mean, I think that's the perfect example. Just, throughout the entire journey, like you said, just being open and willing to share really the core of who I am, the core of who you are, not being afraid to open up that dialogue and then, searching for common ground within that. Don't you think that that's been kind of one of the main things of our entire relationship?
Yeah. Being honest 100% no matter what. So being just truly you with the other person, and that will open the other person to do the same with you, and that just gonna melt that relationship.
Yeah, totally.
Better.
Totally. Do you remember the time, this is going somewhere, FYI. Do you remember the time when I thought that Vegas was really, really close to Boise?
Ah. So like 4 hours.
A 4-hour drive.
5 maybe.
Yeah, I thought it was a 4-hour drive, and it was my best friend's birthday. I was so afraid to tell you that I had messed up. Like I was dreading telling you that I had messed up. This was like in our first year of marriage, and we did not have a lot of money for flights, and I had committed to go to had committed to go to my best friend's 21st birthday in Vegas. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I do.
I was petrified. I was like, he's gonna hate me because I messed up. I told him that we could drive to Vegas and you didn't check. And of course, I didn't even check. I don't know how I came up with that. Oh, because I accidentally looked like LA to Vegas or something. I don't even know. Yeah, I was petrified. And I think from that moment, though, you were pissed. Like, let's be real. You were angry. And like, yeah, you had every right to, and we figured it out and whatever. And that started that theme of like double check.
Yeah.
So what do you always tell me?
Yeah, double check everything, like all the schedules you make, everything you purchase, we gotta double check.
Double check. That's sort of the double check motif. And I think honestly that was one of the things I was so afraid to tell you that I'd screwed up. And yeah, you were pissed. And yet, like through that experience though, I mean, we learned about each other. Like, I think if we were afraid to show who we really are and afraid to make mistakes, it causes like a rift. Like you said in the beginning about being roomies.
Yeah, it just causes like, like more separation, and just don't have your partner as your best friend, because all those things you gotta get them out. I mean, what are you gonna do? Just go with a friend and just tell him like, I just messed up with Hugo and I shouldn't tell him this, but I am afraid to.
I did that all the way to the house.
There you go.
I did that all the way to the house.
Yeah, and I didn't know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, those old things. So instead, just like, you know what, I made a mistake, but I'm gonna be honest with my partner because I know this is gonna just open a new doors for better understanding.
Yeah.
So just be honest 100% completely, and just don't be afraid. I mean, there are going to be a lot of moments where you're going to be afraid to be honest with your spouse. But just get over it, and that's going to help you in that moment and in the future.
No honesty, no connection.
Yeah.
So, guys, are you stuck? Like, is there something that you desire to tell your spouse, or a conversation that you haven't been able to reach a breakthrough in yet? Comment below. We want to help you. We want to help you from our experience to have better connection.
And don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid to speak out and truly connect, because those difficult conversations, I'd say the more difficult the conversation, the deeper our breakthrough, the bigger our breakthrough, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and the better the strength after that. So
yeah, so don't avoid those. Super important for your relationship. Comment. We want to help you. We want to learn from you too. So if you have any tips, tricks for when I
like to hear about
make
those.
Mistakes, would love to help. Any help that you could provide. So as always, like, comment, subscribe, and
síguenos.
Ring that bell for notifications. See you guys soon.
See you guys.
Bye.